Lerato was only 9 years old. A bright-eyed girl who loved drawing flowers and dancing to amapiano music in her small flat in Johannesburg. Her parents, Bongani and Thuli, worked long hours, her father as a taxi driver and her mother as a cashier at a supermarket in Hillbrow. Most afternoons, Lerato returned from school to an empty home. The city was loud, and the flat was quiet. At first, she didn't mind. She would hum to herself while sketching or rereading her school books. But soon, the long silence became heavy. "I don't like being alone after school," she told her mother one evening. "I know, my angel," Thuli sighed. "But we have to work so you can have a better life." Lerato nodded, but inside, she wished they could be there more. One day, Bongani had an idea. "Mandla, my cousin, just moved into the building downstairs. He's good with kids. He's family," he told Thuli. The next day, they introduced Lerato to Uncle Mandla. He was in his late 30s, with a soft voice and a charming smile. He said he worked online from home. "You can go straight to his flat after school," Bongani said. "He'll look after you." Lerato didn't know him well, but her parents trusted him. So she nodded. At first, it wasn't bad. Uncle Mandla would give her juice and let her watch cartoons. "Your parents are lucky to have such a clever little girl," he'd say. Sometimes he helped her with homework. Other times, he'd just watch her draw. "You remind me of my little sister. She passed away," he said once, his eyes misty. Lerato felt sad for him. She wanted to make him smile. One afternoon, Mandla locked the door. "Today," he said, "we're going to play a special game. But it's our secret. You can't tell anyone, okay?" Lerato frowned. "Why can't I tell?" "Because grown-ups wouldn't understand. They'd get angry for no reason." The game made her feel sick. It was nothing like the games she played at school. She froze. Her chest felt tight. "I don't like it," she whispered. "You will. Just give it time," he said, still smiling. But she didn't. Afterward, she went home and cried into her pillow. Lerato stopped singing in the mornings. She began drawing only in black. She flinched when someone touched her shoulder. Her teachers noticed. "Is everything okay at home?" her grade 4 teacher, Miss Dlamini, asked. Lerato just nodded. She was too scared to speak. At night, she woke up sweating. She didn't want to go back to Uncle Mandla's flat, but she didn't know how to tell her parents. They seemed so proud that they had found a solution. One afternoon at school, Miss Dlamini found Lerato crying in the bathroom. "Lerato, please talk to me," she said gently. The words spilled out slowly, trembling. "Uncle Mandla touches me, and he says it's a secret." Miss Dlamini wrapped her arms around her. "You are not in trouble," she said. "This is not your fault." She reported it to the principal and school counselor immediately. The Child Protection Unit was called. When Bongani and Thuli were told, their world shattered. "I thought he was family," Bongani wept. Thuli held Lerato tightly. "I am so sorry, my baby. We didn't know." The police arrested Mandla that evening. Neighbors were shocked. He had seemed so normal. But beneath that smile was something dark. Lerato was taken to a counselor. Her parents rearranged their shifts to make sure someone was always home. No more afternoons alone. At first, Lerato didn't want to talk to anyone. But her counselor, Nurse Polisa, was patient. "You are not broken," she told her. "You are brave." Weeks turned into months. Slowly, Lerato smiled again. She began dancing again. She painted her flowers in color. One afternoon, she danced freely during the school talent show. Her parents clapped with tears in their eyes. Afterward, she went to Miss Dlamini and said, "Thank you for listening." Miss Dlamini smiled. "You did the hardest part. You spoke up." Lerato learned something powerful: silence protects the abuser. Speaking up protects others. She began visiting schools with Nurse Polisa, sharing her story with other children. If something feels wrong, she'd say, "You must tell someone. There are people who will help you. You are not alone." Remember to subscribe to this channel for more amazing African folktales and stories in the coming days.